the printout. This leans back too much, doesn't it? I feel like it's going to break.
And then I
What'd you do? Our population has grown from one trading post to 300,000 people. It was built in the 20s and 30s. Now that the sign, Trump Tower, Chicago, Donald Trump, Old World Trade Center. That's now the Aon Center, dominant from after the Second World War into the 1970s. Curving balconies inspired by natural limestone. Whoever owns the Wrigley Building is obligated to maintain. Original owners of the Chicago Cubs and namesake Wrigley Field. Beaux-Arts, this is Greco-Roman or Neo. Ahead on the left, this beige box. Plain dark box of glass and steel like here to the right. But architect Bertrand Goldberg gives us a circle of concrete, glass, and steel. So the shape and the materials of Yanni is one unit that tapers inward toward the center like a slice of pie. For now, we continue west, and for now, the state of... Built originally for Quaker oats who were on this river back in the 19th century when it was still an active shipping lane. That's no longer the case. But the older buildings we'll see today on the tend to be less ornate, less expensive forms. Let's stay ahead on the right. Brown brick and green glass horizontal lines. So there's a base, a shaft, and a cap. Now W. Woolworth and Chicagoans Marshall Field. Get your boat back in. Chicago River, which continues south-southwest, next to the Sanitary and Ship Canal, then to the Illinois River, southwest across the state to the Mississippi River. It gets primarily residential. Ahead of us, this curved white tower, river for a closet near the ground floor with a great view. When can we start to market valuable residential real estate on the river?
Oh, yes.
That's much less frame than modern. The glass 1908. This is technically offices above, Art Deco style. Assess inward makes it look like a giant throne facing west. But here we do have Beaux-Arts neoclassical ornament just beneath the windows, the comedy and tragedy masks of ancient Greek drama to represent the Opera House. Perfectly appropriate here. Designed by the firm of Graham Anderson Probst in White. It's movement in U.S. architecture. In this case, the firm of Fujikawa down at us now. Children like to step out onto the balconies and jump up in rain. Then thick bands every 20 stories. You are not on the ground. You're at least 15 feet up. As residential lofts, towers we saw back on the main branch. Architected here also by Bertrand Goldberg, one of my favorites. Goldberg working very much in the postmodern style, but mostly back in the modern era. Effectively a wooden shanty town, drying out. The journalist who wrote that up, embraced by the local press and taken as gospel, later admitted to colleagues he was speculating about the cow and the lantern. To do that, again, each generation develops its own, early ignored by the generation of the modernists. 2,717 feet. So on the left, back to the late 60s and early 70s, V Tower will just catch the left side. So Art Deco starts in the 20s. Point, making our run back east toward Navy Pier. Ahead of us once again, the Merchandise Mart. Built as a warehouse, opened in 1930. Now it's an office building and it remains. We're delighted to close Lower Wacker Drive for midnight. All right, we're heading back east. So when you see a bright glass tower with the cutouts, you're looking at certain style. But the roof is Beaux-Arts neoclassical, pink like the great temples of ancient Greece. And easiest to see at the corners, 3 distinct parts, real gold leaf on top, dark green by the Chrysler Building in New York City. I timed that perfectly. The penthouse on top, below the spire. Wrigley Building, 1926. Also Beaux-Arts, but this is a cathedral in Rouen, France. Purely decorative here. Architect Adrian Smith. Sure, the lake empties into the river. Then we rebuild, creating a beautiful public space out ahead on the downtown lakeshore. We remember the include Oprah Winfrey. That's an urban legend that won't die. It's like Mrs. O'Leary's cow. Younger tour guides and other tours are the block built by the mighty Army Corps process. If I may, it's the one part of the tour where I